Give me your Butt Rock Mount Rushmore.
We
dude,
had a conversation about this.
We closed a bar literally till the lights came on. Argued about the Butt Rock Mount Rushmore.
It was just like a bunch of drunk, dumb dudes being like, like, yeah, you know.
How are we doing, everybody? It is Case from Q101. This is a Case for, a show in which I have coerced management and letting me talk to my favorite bands. I am always excited when we could be local, when we could support Chicago, and we have that today in the Q101 Lounge. I am joined by Footballhead. How are you boys doing?
Phenomenal.
Yeah, I think we're excellent today.
Good. Now, obviously, a lot of people are going to watch the video version of this, but we do have an audio-only feed, so can we introduce ourselves with our name so people know who's talking?
Absolutely. My name is Ryan, and I sing and play guitar in the band.
Legendary.
And I'm Snow. I play guitar and do backup vocals.
Fun. All right, welcome to Q101. How you boys doing today?
I think any opportunity to come downtown is one that is rare, first of all, and I think we enjoyed just seeing people who have purpose on the street.
Yeah, just coming in felt good. I was like, man, I'm rich.
Yeah, we live at the near northwest side. I mean, I live in Logan Square. Snow lives in Albany Park.
Yeah, I live in Albany.
So
it's look, it's the big city. It's the windy city.
Yeah.
Things are happening here.
I was gonna say it was the Big Apple, and I was like, "That's
not it." You know what's
it's
funny?
The Big Apple.
I almost did the same thing. I started to say Big Apple, and I thought,
like,
nope.
It's the big deal.
We don't have we're the city of food, but we don't have a food-based nickname. I don't think.
We got to work on that. We have all the Vienna beautiful posters with all the colors.
It should, like, when people say, like, oh, you're going to the Big Dog, that should be Chicago.
The Big Dog is
Big
Dog is an unstoppable nickname. I think you should look into it.
It's going to be unbelievable. I'm going to be slanderous to start because you said Logan Square. Thumbs down. I am just not a fan. My girlfriend just moved out of Logan Square. Happiest day of my life to never have to go back to the place that we affectionately know as Stinky Square. It's just no good. What are you doing living in Logan Square? Can we get you out? Can we bust you out like a reverse bank robbery?
So I'm at odds right now with you two hating on Logan Square.
I stay hating on Logan Square.
It's just the worst. I love this city. Greatest city on earth. Logan Square can go not be a part of this.
Okay, well, in Logan Square's defense, this is my case for Logan Square's
Love
defense. So essentially speaking, a lot of convenience in Logan Square where I live. I live off Armitage, and Snow can attest to this. Got a bunch of affordable bars, some Mexican food. I can walk to a Mediterranean spot. I got the Palmer Park right there, which rocks. I don't turn the keys onto my car very often, so that's like one thing I truly enjoy about the neighborhood. However, it's different. It's changing. Rent's skyrocketing, much like it is like everywhere. But
yeah, as somebody who lives in Uptown, I also empathize with that. Where I'm going like, I've lived here 4 years now, and it used to be cheaper. It used to be way easier to live here.
I was looking into moving to Uptown like 6 months ago, and I was like, it is less affordable than I thought.
Yeah,
it was gonna be.
Everybody stay out. I'd like my rent to be controlled where it's at right now.
I think that's my biggest thing. I will say, not to go too hard on the Logan Square thing, because
I mean, like, I'm not married to Logan Square.
You clearly are, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say last thing. I've lived in 4 different places in Chicago, all in Logan Square. Never left Logan.
He's so busted.
Oh, you're so married to Logan Square. You're Mr. Logan Square.
Yeah, maybe I am in denial, man.
It's just new. It's just the new Wicker Park. It's like it's over. It's over. Like, I'm sorry.
And
Pack it up.
The problem, because you're so right, because like I moved to Chicago in 2017, and it was the tail end of like Wicker Park. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
So I still hold it in like a special light where I'm like, that's Wicker Park. We're going to Wicker Park. Yeah. Logan Square has that, and it's coming for Uptown. I know that it's just my neighborhood is next, and I'm not all about it. It sucks. Yeah. I have a question about your band name, which I'm sure you get a lot. Here's the thing. I never watched Hey Arnold, but everybody that I've talked to is like, is that a Hey Arnold reference? Is it a Hey Arnold reference?
The inception of the name definitely, like, I got it from Hey Arnold.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
I did not come up with it.
Yeah.
Do we like the band name or do we not like the band name? Do we want to change it right now?
You start beeping crazy right now. I'm like, low-key, this shit
I'm going to break
ass.
up the band by the time this interview's over.
I can't believe we're on camera right now because it's about to get violent. No, I think what was remarkable is that the band name was unclaimed. That was huge for any. If you start a band and you think your music has merit and you want it to be heard, you can't pick some bland name like. You can't, or otherwise it'll be hard for people to find you. And obviously, there's no shortage of bands with head in the name. I think we actually love a lot of bands.
Let's rattle them off: Fiddlehead, Narrowhead, Machine Head,
Radiohead.
Radiohead.
Yeah.
There's Head in the Heart. There's
Head in the Heart.
Head Automatica.
Head Automatica.
Yeah. There's Headstrong by Trapped. Head PE.
Head PE. Never forget.
Yeah. Giorgio, cameraman, are we missing any headbands that you can think of? Machine Head. We got Machine Head. I think that's it.
There's a band from Chicago called Head.
There is.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, I have interacted with a gentleman who runs the
Mr. Head.
Yeah, Mr. Head.
Is there beef there because they're another headband?
No, I just needed his blessing and he just gave it to me. No.
I will say this before you continue, and I'm going to look into my camera to say this because it's so important that any young musician hears this. If you start a band, make sure that you can Google the band name. Ask yourself 2 questions. Can I Google this, and will it look embarrassing on a T-shirt? And if the answer is yes, I can Google it, and no, it won't look embarrassing, that is your band name.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I back that statement. Yeah, for sure.
Because there's a band out of Philadelphia who was putting out music for a while called Same, and they were a good band. They reminded me a lot of like kind of Modest Mousy type stuff. It was like, yo, this is sick. No one can find your band. You can't Google Same the band. It's nothing is coming up.
And like, what you put in so much work into that kind of thing, and then you can't be I mean, like, you can be discovered, of course, but like, can like you said, can the kids find you? I don't know.
It's a cool band name too. That kind of sucks. I like that band. I think it's cool. Same.
Yeah. No, they were great. They're actually the very first band I ever interviewed. I talked to them when I was in college, and they were sick, but nobody can find their band, so it's a bummer.
Yeah,
it's tough.
And with Footballhead too, like, so this is a real story, and I hope one day he could see this because it would be awesome. But my Instagram handle is Noel Gallagher because my last name is Nolan, so it's like a play. Like, some people don't get it, but I'm like, dude, Oasis, one of the biggest rock bands to ever play music.
Ever heard of them?
Yeah, and they're like, so for the people who are engaged and here with us on Earth, they think it's funny. But when I talked to a couple of like music law people, they were just like, the spelling of the name doesn't matter how different it is. It's like the pronunciation of the name. If it is one for one the same, like, you could get in trouble. And so at that point, we were filming the music video for the first song we ever recorded, which was Detour, and I was like, I don't have a name for this band. And we got in the car after like shooting one scene, and I just like Footballhead dawned on me. And when I found that it wasn't taken, I was just like, well, it's gonna start there, and maybe it can move. But no, I think we've
That's a little too late now.
Yeah, we're 2 years in the making, so we're sticking with it.
I like it. I'm very happy about it. I'm curious, before this band existed, were you guys rocking any really embarrassing band names in your prior incarnations, your prior projects you were working on?
You?
I'm gonna. I feel
not
like
me. I'm dope.
No, I've actually been cool forever.
No, actually, I'm fire, but like this guy.
I was nodding my head, like looking at you, but I was thinking about my own embarrassment for sure. I'm not talking so much.
It's
about yours.
I knew you looked at me and I was like, yeah, no, I know he's about to say it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've had like Pocket Hole was my other like that was like. And
I love Pocket Hole.
People
man.
think it's some sort of innuendo. It is not. I swear to God.
It certainly seems like it is.
Listen to the music. You'll be like, these guys aren't funny. These guys have zero jokes in them. But no, Pocket Hole was like my old band name, and then the band before Footballhead was called Kirby Grip, which is like people in the UK call like barrettes or hair clips Kirby Grips. So that's like where that came from.
Very Oasis of you.
Yeah.
As you continue to drift into Britpop.
Right.
Very Noel of you.
Yeah. I am Noel. Nolan. No, but like the Footballhead name is, I think, by and large, like the most confident I've ever had. Like, you have to have confidence when you deliver your own band name to people, or otherwise, like, you start off on a bad note. Like, they're not gonna listen to you after you're like timid about it. So
otherwise you're same. No, I'm just kidding.
I
was just saying
Shots
nice things.
Shouts out Sam.
Otherwise you're same, man.
Sam, if you're listening, I respect you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, real.
I'm curious because I consider you guys to be one of the pillars of Chicago music right now, and we're having this great renaissance when you think about, Sincere Engineer, who's become a huge act on Q101, and Beach Bunny before her, and then you have Freako, and Bridget Calls Me Baby, and Lifeguard, and it's just Chicago music is a thing right now, which is very, very nice because I think it lapsed a little bit in the mid-2010s. But I don't know your guys' background too much. Did you guys grow up in the Chicagoland area?
I did, yeah. I grew up in Lake Villa, Illinois.
Shouts out.
For most of my life. I think I've been living in Chicago for maybe almost 2 years.
Okay. Yeah. And you like it there?
In Lake Villa?
Yeah.
Dude, very underrated.
He's fond of it, Lake Villa for sure.
Underrated place. Awesome food, awesome bars, some scary locals.
That's where we recorded the first EP. It was in the suburbs in Lake Villa.
Yeah,
really?
My parents' basement was where we recorded what's that EP even called?
It's called Kitchen
Fly. Yes.
He knows this, but
I wasn't in the band at the time.
Camera shy.
I mean?
We're all camera shy, aren't we?
Yeah. I just forget. No, but shout out Lake Villa.
Shout out Lake Villa. Where did you grow up?
So I was born here. I was born at Central DuPage Hospital.
Love it.
And then my first 11 years were in Geneva, Illinois. And I have really good core memories of that time, but I moved to Southern California when I was 11.
That makes sense. You have Southern California hair, which is a huge compliment.
And he walks really slow and
okay,
shit. So
yeah. It's the nicest thing I could say is that you have Southern California hair.
Yeah, and I move on Southern California time for sure.
You do.
No, but I think that more or less just because of the amount of time I spent there, I consider myself a Southern Californian. But I did move here right after school, 2016. So
Gotcha.
I've been here for more or less that's almost 8 years. That's if I'm doing my math right.
And you are doing your math right. That's good to know.
Yeah.
He's great at math.
That's what I hear about this band. You guys are math rock, right? You guys are just doing equations on stage. It's unbelievable. I do want to know a little bit more about how you guys came to be in the situation that you're in now. So I think throughout childhood, you have two phases, right? You have the music that you like because you're new to music and you don't know what's cool and what's not. And then you have, hey, this music is cool. This is the first indie rock band you get into or the first punk band you get into. I don't want to know about that right now. What was the stuff you guys were rocking with that was just strictly uncool music in hindsight?
I'm super stoked for this question. I'll let you go first, though.
Oh, no. You hit it first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So music that we like that is uncool?
Yeah.
Currently or does it matter?
Give me whatever answer you want because I feel like you guys have stuff loaded in the chamber.
Oh, I can rattle off a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, I am my junior high era was very much so the iTunes store explosion, free singles of the week. So we're talking Switchfoot, Hinder, all those bands who I will say with 100% confidence, we take bits and pieces of those bands and put it in our music because we think it's cool.
Hinder has tracks. Let's say it.
Yeah.
Let's say it.
Yeah.
They've got tracks.
There's a reason that when the bar closes, they put on Lips of an Angel sometimes, or
God,
you know what I mean? Songs like that. It's because it's not funny anymore. The joke's out.
I've been saying this, dude.
It's people like the song.
Yeah, 10 years ago, people were like, "Oh, Creed, ha ha ha." I've gone so full circle that there is no circle anymore.
Which, by the way, I believe is the name of a Creed song, Full Circle. Am I? Yep, I'm right on that, right?
I'm awesome.
Creed, just for reference, the week we're recording this, they just sold 25,000 tickets in Tinley Park. They sold out the amphitheater. And I had real FOMO because it rained, and I was just I kind of want to be at a Creed show right now.
Yeah,
I've never felt this before, but I kind of want to be at a Creed show right now.
Yeah,
the videos I saw were really cinematic of the rain, and and then Scott Stapp just leaving it all out there.
Dude, don't make me feel worse. I was legitimately super bummed I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
I'm not. I really okay, wait. So did you name?
I think my bands are that I legitimately take inspiration from. I'm not saying that this was in my regular rotation, but if there's one thing that me and him are gonna talk about, it's butt rock. We're definitely an alternative rock band, but we take all. I mean, I'll let Snow rattle off. Snow's really passionate about.
I feel
rock.
very strongly about these things.
But
let's go.
I'll start with Breaking Benjamin's Phobia is
sure.
A massive influence in our band, and I think that's going to shine through even more as time goes on.
Absolutely.
But Snow's about to rattle off the Seven Dusts of the world.
Dude, Seven Dust is awesome, man. We were listening to Seven Dust on the way. Their record, the Seasons one, it's so good, dude.
Give me your Butt Rock Mount Rushmore.
We
dude,
had a conversation about
We closed a bar. We played High Noon in Madison last week. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before. And literally, till the lights came on, argued about the Butt Rock Mount Rushmore.
It was just like a bunch of drunk, dumb dudes being like, Creed, like, yeah, you know. I don't know about a Mount Rushmore. I can name my favorite band.
Give me your top 4.
In terms of, I would say Trust Company is my absolute favorite band almost of all time.
Wow. Okay.
They're incredible. And
that's like putting like Howard Taft on the actual Mount Rushmore. That's a dark horse candidate.
I think it's no one's name.
It's a little nuts, but they're the best, dude. They have 3 great records. They never miss their whole career.
Love it.
Okay. So they're like my number 1. Probably after that, probably Breaking Benjamin.
You have to. We're going to see them at Tinley too.
Really?
Next month.
Yeah.
Are they with Stained?
With Stained and Daughtry.
Okay, so
I mean, can't miss.
No, my
I'm
first concert was Stained, Daughtry, and Nickelback.
That's
cool.
that's absolutely like write it better. Write the scripts better than that.
You can't write a better song. Than
There's a reason I'm here now. It's because of that show.
Yeah.
It changed me as a man. I mean, no, but it was a fun show. It
I
was
bet.
a good time.
I bet.
Okay, so we've got Trust Company,
Yeah, absolutely.
Breaking Benjamin.
This is where it gets tough when you get down there. Like it's a little tough.
We argued for a really long time that like Foo Fighters is like the apex of butt rock, which like is kind of hard to argue in hindsight.
Yeah.
But I never really grouped them with the Seven Dusts, Breaking Benjamins, the Switchfoots, and like.
Yeah, no, they're not.
I mean, there's a spectrum. There's a spectrum of butt rock.
There's a spectrum of butt rock.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. I really like this band Revis. They have one good record.
Okay, I'm gonna bump on the Foo Fighters thing. They're not butt rock.
Well, you should have joined us at this
you
table
had a
of
hoot and a holler having a
conversation.
conversation.
Because here's the thing.
You would have been with me, screaming in defense. So continue. Forgive me.
No. Thank you. The first Foo Fighters record is like a cool indie rock record.
With Big Me and
yes,
that
exactly.
One, yeah.
Like that could have come out on Sub Pop, and it would have been like, yep, fits in. Like I don't like Pavement, but like the jerk offs that like Pavement are the same people that like that first record. So
Dan,
I do really like.
We're with our people right now.
Yeah, I know,
the thing
you get it.
Pavement sucks, and I say this: Silver Jews are one of my 5 favorite bands of all time, and they shared members with Pavement.
Yeah.
But let's all relax on Stephen Malkmus just a little bit.
I agree.
Just maybe the
Pavement's
most overrated mind.
They got
in
like
music.
3 good songs.
Yeah, but it's look when Riot Fest comes around. I'm not staying for Pavement.
Oh, there's no shot.
Get home and get cozy. Man.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going home.
Yeah, I'll be at Bright Eyes. I'll watch Connor Oberst make a fool of himself.
Oh yeah,
respectfully.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go home. I'm not staying for that. Or Beck, with all due respect to Beck, but
I mean, shout out my boy Beck, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
Beck's got songs. I can't argue. But you know, I also can't defend that I've like sifted through every track of the catalog. but let's be honest. Our taste is more or less curated by what we initially are drawn to, and like I agree that neither of those bands has been really my thing. I don't think
New Footballhead like really gonna send. We're going for Beck vibes on this one, you know.
Big time Beck energy.
okay, I wanna finish this Mount Rushmore. So
Oh God, yeah.
it's Trust Company, it's Breaking
You have
Benjamin.
3 Days Grace.
You have to put.
Yeah,
you got to put
3 Days Grace on there. Yeah.
Put 3
You
Days
have to put
Grace on
3
the
Days
list.
Grace on there, and I like that they bridge like the emo and the butt rock gap. Which
The
is
guitar
like,
sounds
that's
so
like,
sick.
In my ideal view of Footballhead, it's like you just split that difference. It's like kind of butt rock, but also it's got like a little bit of the emo thing.
Yeah.
Where, like I can't, you know. You could play with Seven Dust if you want, or you can play with like the Used, you know. It's like,
Right.
What great analysis.
I don't know.
You're so right. I love that. Okay, all right. Because I'm not putting Foo Fighters on
I'm
the
sorry.
list.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So-
agree.
yeah.
I
So-
defend that. I think that Foo Fighters are larger than life, so they can't.
I think it's a good point.
Because like Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace, butt rock confirmed. It's a scope kill. You sniped them.
Oh,
You're
100%.
exactly right.
Absolutely.
Foo Fighters, I don't want to put them on that. They're on it's a separate thing. So I've got 3 butt rock bands. Give me one more.
You have to put Creed, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have to
put
round
Creed.
it out because like he had one dark horse. Like
The Dark Horse is mostly just like my personal taste.
Yeah,
I think they're the
yeah,
best,
yeah.
but like I don't know. Also, you could argue they're new metal, which I don't know. You know, there's a fine line. Not to silence the room.
Yeah, it's just sorry.
There's a hush that just fell over the room.
Yeah.
But I consider nu metal has to have an element of hip hop, I think, and Creed doesn't have that. Now, I wish there were Creed songs that had like DJ Lethal like scratching a record behind
Bring
them.
it on, DJ
Would have been
Lethal,
incredible, but they don't have that.
No.
So
I was talking about Trust Company, to be fair, not Creed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I was like, no one would ever say that Creed is new metal.
Oh, I got you.
No shot. There's no shot.
No, I wish.
that was good because I thought you were saying Creed was new metal, and I was like,
I had to
that's
clarify.
nothing
No,
I ever
no.
heard come out of your mouth before. So.
You're like, dude, you are lying.
Yeah.
I have one more Breaking Benjamin question, and then we'll talk about your band, I promise.
Yeah.
But
let's talk about Breaking Benjamin.
No
man.
problem either way.
what is to you? What is the better single, Diary of Jane or I Will Not Bow?
Stop.
He's just asking a question, dude.
I know, but it's a stress. My
It's
cortisol
not a
levels
personal
are
attack.
I feel attacked. I'm gonna go with I Will Not Bow because it's heavy. It's harder. It's like a little heavier.
I think I gotta go with Diary of Jane because it's classic.
I mean,
don't know,
it's the more classic of the two.
Yeah.
I think
And that Phobia collection of songs was like my intro, and then I had to go back. Like that was like my exposure. So I'd say like Diary of Jane was referencing the iTunes era of music. Like that would have been that would have taken up so much real estate on the screen of that page.
Yeah.
But both great songs.
Great songs.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw that I Will Not Bow video on Fuse TV a lot.
Super
So cool.
sick.
Yeah, I feel like they were mixing that in pretty heavy. It's weird, right? That like there's just no channels that have music videos on them anymore. Like I'm even like of the belief of like, give me a Sabrina Carpenter video. Just I want to see a musician on
anything,
TV.
yeah.
Right.
It's
right.
amazing how that doesn't. It's just not a thing anymore.
No.
Because
no.
you could consume for hours. You would literally get a Dr. Pepper and just post up and watch music videos, and not even knowing what you were gonna get wasn't a bother. Like you were like, oh, okay, well, I guess I know about this band now. You know, and I think that's cool.
It was. I mean, it was a cool way to discover music, and we caught the tail end of it, which I'm like grateful for. But at the same time, I'm like, give me that back,
please.
Yeah, just a little.
There's a Talking Head song called Heaven, in which they describe heaven as a this mythical being, and I think heaven for me is posting up with a Dr. Pepper and watching a VH1 Top 20 video countdown. I can't imagine anything better. That's not life anymore. That's going to be heaven for me. Is God's going to say, here's your remote, here's your couch, here's your Dr. Pepper, and also here are the pop hits of 2009 and all of their music videos in descending order. I really can't imagine anything better.
If you got room for one more or two more,
are we making a pact? Are we going to make a pact right now?
Yeah. Well, like I would just like to go edit the Bible and just like a little edit, just being like, actually, this is what heaven's like.
A very low key Bible edit.
Actually, it's the Days Go By Dirty Vegas video and the Sheryl Crow Soak Up the Sun.
Oh, love her.
Nickelback, How You Remind Me, pretty classic, like aired constantly.
Very
on TV.
much so. And I lean with Nickelback. I think Someday is their best song. I like that a little bit more than How You Remind Me. But like Someday video, How You Remind Me video, the Rockstar video with all the cameos in it.
Super sick.
awesome.
Yeah. Weirdly, I saw that video for the first time in the last couple of years. I don't know
That's
what
a very
happened.
funny thing to just now see.
Yeah, I was just like, and then he's like, whatever. He's in front of like Buckingham Fountain.
He's in front of Doubledore and the old venue here and everything.
Yeah,
No, it's like a loaded Chicago video. Shout out Nickelback.
Yeah, and Chad, there's that clip that recently surfaced of either a fan or someone who's close to him just asking him to bust out a chorus of like, I can't remember which song
I think it was Rockstar.
Is it Rockstar?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's literally like blatantly drunk. Like so hammered.
I heard that video was staged though.
Dude, he looks real inebriated, and when he sings, it's great.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah.
great.
He's Chad Kroger, man. You don't mess with Chad Kroger.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about your band. You guys have new music out. It's 7 songs. What is that? Is that an EP or is that an LP? Why 7? What is that?
In my mind, it's an EP, but according to the mind of Ryan Nolan, it's a mini album.
I don't know why it's got to be my mind that makes the decision, but
Don't look at me.
it's calling it a collection is like funny.
Pretentious?
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, so
Call it a
let's do
fire
it.
mixtape or whatever. Yeah, it's a fire mixtape.
It's my fire. Yeah, it's like but what it is, although it's 7 songs. So initially speaking, only 5 of them were going to come out.
Okay, see, to me that is an EP. I know what that is in my head.
Right. But I think that this sounds dumb, but like you're always talking about ways to grow your brand, the brand of the band. And I think releasing 7 songs felt more exciting to those people who were engaged. And we had these 2 extra songs that we thought were good, but we didn't really know where they were going to fit. Like, it seemed like they were almost like outliers for the next record, but like couldn't have fit on Overthinking, our first record. So they came on the EP, mini album, big EP, whatever you want to call it. Actually, the 2 songs are the first track, My Direction, and then All For What, which is kind of like an interlude track that's just mostly like screaming. And
and that one is kind of like Gorilla Monkey
It
song.
is. It's
like
super.
It's pretty awesome, but
it's a primal. It's like.
Well, it's alpha. That's what it is. It's alpha energy.
I'm actually elated though that My Direction made it on the because like it was like. Like internally, it was so set aside and like not cared for so long, and like now I listen to it and I'm just like, why were we neglecting this child? Like,
it's a good song.
Yeah,
it's a chill song. I just think we were overthinking. Quite literally, we were overthinking the whole thing. We were like,
see what he did there.
I see what he did there.
Yeah.
But I actually mean it.
Well, the nice thing is the finished product is fantastic.
Well, thank you.
I was DMing you when Stupefied came out. I was like, this all kicks ass. This is very, very good. This is the highest compliment I can give a band. This album, this mini album, this EP, this LP, every song sounds like it could be on the soundtrack of a dirt bike video game. Like MX versus ATV Unleashed, all these songs could be on that soundtrack. You could be next to...
We've reached Nirvana, dude.
Yeah, no, this is the nicest thing I can say about a band is that if I was 8 years old in central Indiana where I grew up, and it was like Shine Down, Fly from the Inside, and then a Footballhead song, I'd be like, these two go together. Like, I'm racing my Yamaha 250cc to a world championship, and also this band Footballhead kicks ass.
That's very flattering.
I'm like grinning ear to ear.
Yeah.
That is exactly the vibe. Thank you for seeing the vision. You know what I mean?
Someone finally got it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I think that was the blueprint too.
Mm-hmm.
For real, like whatever. You're a little kid. You're whatever 11, 12. You throw on Madden 06 or whatever, and you just want like, you know, like In Your Honor adjacent Foo Fighters songs, or you want like a Flyleaf adjacent song.
Andrew WK on Madden 03.
There you go.
Andrew
Yeah.
WK.
Actually, I should have gone
guy.
earlier Madden version. I should have gone like Madden 03, 04. Those have great. I mean, all those games have just
come on.
like.
Yeah, they all had 6.
Michael Vick and Madden 04.
Oh, so sick.
Come on now.
Also, I didn't think. I think Feeling This by Blink is on Madden 04.
And I think it didn't.
Yeah. I had no idea. I had no idea.
That song got released on a video game before like the actual single came out.
Oh, that's
if
cool.
I'm not mistaken.
That's
I
crazy.
Well, they had to plan for things way in advance.
We need
back
like
then, probably.
like where Twitter like checks for like facts. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I need one of those like now.
Well, if you're wrong, the Q101 listeners will cyberbully you.
That's fine.
They will make you feel really bad about yourself. We
I
actually
handle
have this station, in all earnesty, has a very complicated relationship with Blink-182. So if you do spread misinformation, it will be a problem, and we will be coming for you.
All right, no, yeah. Bring it on. And I think I'm ready.
Good.
I like the misinformation potentially being spread by like 2 really big Blink fans too.
I love Blink.
Yeah, like we're in the sticks of like
For sure.
fandom.
I absolutely love Blink.
Like Snow is in YouTube holes of like Tom DeLonge 2009 where he has the ripped pants and the weird like stocking thing over his head, and he's just like
doing the splits,
like loading me up with videos like, and I'm just like, dude, these are like all not really like my favorite videos to watch.
Yeah. Because Neighborhoods is like very controversial, but I think Neighborhoods
Awesome
is like
album.
it's like almost my favorite. I don't know. It's so close.
So Neighborhoods is not bad. I'm not riding or dying for Neighborhoods, but friend of the show, my friend Sean, will text me about once a month and be like, Neighborhoods is the best Blink album. Just like out of the blue. He's like, it's number one, right?
What's his name? Mark?
Sean.
I'm about to say Mark. Well, shout out to my boy Sean because he's on to something.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's right. I'm saying he's on to something.
The Neighborhoods people love telling you they're Neighborhoods people.
Yeah, it's
annoying.
it's self-titled,
me.
untitled though. It's the best Blink record.
No, I'm full on Enema of the State.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well,
Because like Going Away to College,
great song.
banger.
Great song.
Because it's not only the hits, but like some album tracks on there that are really
I'm
good.
one of
Every single
those.
song is
This
good.
is controversial, but I leave Take Off Your Pants outside of the top 3.
I don't think that's controversial.
I just sorry, like everything not everything on that. Like, okay, Stay Together for the Kids is a great song. Roller Coaster is a great song.
Shut Up is so good.
Shut Up is good. Every Time I Look for You is a great song.
Great song.
But
American Pie 2 soundtrack on that one,
yes,
I believe. Yeah.
Yes. But the singles really bother me today in a way that I think it was like derivative of the formula they used for Enema, which were all just like super original what's the word I want to use? Compositions, I think. Like, that's where Blink's genius is, like, obviously in, like, the catchiness and the hooks, but, like, the compositions are, like, perfect. Like, the Was My Age Again interlude is incredible.
That's
like,
so
like, I get excited for, like, a down moment in a song. Like, if you can do that, you're a genius. But with that being said, Dude Ranch is 3, for sure. Dude Ranch rocks.
That's probably fair.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fight you on that. I have 2 more questions for you guys, and then I literally have to go to a meeting, so we're gonna have to end this interview. I started thinking all the time. I go, I'm supposed to be somewhere right now.
No, it's okay.
Fair or unfair, I think of you guys as a Sleeping Village band, as like, oh, they hold down the fort at Sleeping Village. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I always, when I think of you guys, I'm like, oh, they rip whenever they play there. I don't know if that's real or not. I'm just curious. Do you have a favorite venue in Chicago that you really enjoy playing at?
In the times we got to play the Metro twice.
That's sick.
I think that's been like apex experience, just as like a concert goer to be there and to like know that like you've walked through all the halls but the forbidden areas. You know, like that part is really cool. Like, shouts out to Sleeping Village. My friend Alicia is like put us on a bunch of great shows. Like, we got to open for Daisy. We actually I know you had Kevin from Lurk on here.
Yes.
Like, we got to play with
now
Lurk.
Kevin from Militarie Gun. He bumped up.
It's funny. I saw him at a bar a couple months ago, and I think he might have hinted to me that he was like going to move to LA.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy to see him on like massive stages.
Exactly. We just saw him at Lala. I saw him there, and he's like, "Yeah, no, it's great. I'm a Militarie Gun now. Like, I'm just going all over the world playing shows."
That band's pretty sick, man. I like
he's
Militarie Gun.
And Kevin's got a lot to like offer musically for sure.
Well, that's the bummer now, is that I just miss Lurk, where I was like, well, man, I want to see them again, but they're gonna. I don't think I'm saying anything out of school, but he lives in LA now, so they're taking a break.
Yeah. And drummer, who I believe his name is Pedro, he like bartends at a joint right by my house.
Metro Sleeping Village.
Sleeping Village. I don't know. Like, I mean, I think it's over. I don't want to say overdue because we're not entitled to anything, but like, I would love to play Bottom Lounge. I think that's definitely in the near future. And then I mean, we're playing Sub T upstairs next month, so that's cool. I mean, you know, I think we're looking upward and onward. Like, whatever that looks like, I'm not sure, but like, I think those are a couple places that.
I mean, I would probably say Metro is definitely one of my, or honestly Lincoln Hall. I played there once and it was really sick. We didn't play there,
best sounding venue in Chicago.
It sounds incredible.
It's the best. Now, when you guys are on stage at the Metro, are you thinking like, "Oh my God, I'm on stage at the Metro. Like, actually, I'm doing the thing."
Yeah. Yes.
A little bit.
Yeah. like
sure.
Oh my God, like Liam Gallagher's like been on the stage.
Yeah.
Like, and I hate to, because I'm older now, like I don't want to give like anybody like demigod, but like that guy's larger than life. And just to know that like many like incredible rock stars like have played that venue. Like at least the first time we played, it was like a little like thump 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 thump, you know.
Yeah.
My heart was going nuts.
Well, Oasis at the Metro in '94 is it's one of the greatest sets ever recorded. It's on YouTube.
Yep.
JBTV filmed it. Shout out JBTV. It's the best. If you haven't seen that and you're an Oasis fan, it's incredible. So yeah, shout out Metro. Shout out Oasis. Shout out Liam Gallagher. Shout out Britpop in general. Thank you for doing what you did. Last question for you guys, just because I enjoy sharing the wealth, and I'm so happy that, again, Chicago music is doing what it's doing. Maybe somebody is an ardent Q101 listener, and they're checking you guys out for the first time. Who are the Chicago bands that people need to know right now?
Demo Division.
Yes.
That was my number one.
Yeah, we've come to be friends with the guys in Demo Division, and I just think that their songs are really great, and
really catchy. I saw them in a basement in Logan Square actually last year, and I was like, oh, these guys are really fun.
Yeah, they're
awesome.
Sick tones, and like they chill hard. I'd say Kill Moves is a great band. Demo Division.
I'm gonna shout out Karma.
Shout out Karma, who's been on this show before. Karma's so
awesome.
sick.
Yeah, Karma's awesome.
There's, CD Oschiere too.
Yeah,
yes.
trying to think of other Chicago bands. I mean, we have friends who play in so many bands. Like, I'd hate to like leave anybody out.
Yeah, I know.
We're friends with this group of people who make up the band Bottom Bunk.
Oh, I don't know that.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Bottom Bunk.
Yeah, shouting out to Bottom Bunk. I don't know why I'm freezing right now.
No, that's plenty.
Oh, New Age Thief. That's my.
Oh yeah,
my boy
man.
Gino is in that band, and they just got inked with Wax Bodega, and
Shouts out.
I think they'll do some really great things. I really like he leaked me the record, and it sounds awesome. So
awesome.
Those are just a few that I think that are worthy of praise.
I love it. All right, last thing, rapid fire. We started doing this a few weeks ago with City Spring and with Super American. I make a case for on this show for new and emerging bands that I really like you guys. This doesn't have to be music related whatsoever. Make a case for something real quick, something that's sick that everybody should know about.
Trust Company. It's got to be Trust Company.
Fair enough.
I'm making a case for Gatorade Zero.
Low key, actually.
Wow, the Zero. Your Gatorade's over there. Or is it over there? Oh, no, you got one right there. Man, we got Gatorade in the lounge today. That's crazy.
I have to have the Zero. It's not that you can't get the full fat one. It's too much. But the Zero just feels right.
I love it. All right. Where can people find you guys? Where can people listen to your music?
Anywhere music is streamed. I mean, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube. I think this year, we're rounding out this year, and it's going to be really exciting. We have a lot of exciting things to share that I can talk about in like 2 weeks, I think, about like rest of the year plans.
Sick.
Which will be really cool. But like, I think it'll be fun. Like, I love people have come out to our Chicago shows in numbers, and it's been awesome to like have those headline shows. But I think we'll get a bunch of chances to play to people outside of Chicagoland too, which is obviously like a big dream of ours. Yeah. We've gotten to go to LA, play Wisconsin, play St. Louis, and like Midwest more or less. But like, I think we're gonna be playing to some people outside of this general area, which is really exciting. Follow us on Instagram, Footballhead Shy, like CHI, like where we live, Chicago. The greatest, the big dog. The big
there
dog.
we
the
go,
big dog.
the big dog. I think you guys are wonderful. I think your music is great. Go check them out. New episodes of A Case For every Monday on Q101's YouTube channel. If you like Jeff Rosenstock or Militarie Gun or Knocked Loose, we've had conversations with all of them, and also great bands like Footballhead. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
Case.
you very,
Appreciate
very much for
it.
having us, man. Seriously.
Thank you, Giorgio.
Yeah, shout out, low key.